we're gonna be rating the XM4. We're gonna be rating all the Cold War guns today. Let's get into this video. So guys, I'm gonna rate that. As I said, I am gonna have to get all of the images out of them. So I'm gonna have to do that first, guys, before we can get into this other stuff. So let's do this. I know you guys can't see the other page right now. I'm gonna be rating the M16, the XM4, but for you guys, it should pop up for a little bit. So I'm gonna be sharing another one for you guys in the slides, and then after we're done, I'm just gonna be reading. I know it's gonna be completely different from people's Teir reviews, since you're gonna barely see the screen. It's gonna mainly be doing this one. So based off, we're gonna be rating the XM4. So it's an assault rifle, alpha, primary weapon, game launch, 3 mags, 30 rounds. So it's not crazy. The ones I personally have, I'm gonna be reading it off of its galactical mass. I'm gonna be having to rate this gun for a gun duration. I would say it's a gun I can personally use. So we're gonna be having to rate its fellow partner, and let's begin with build after this. So. And so let's write this thing. So I'm on the tier review. It should be on the right. It might be a little small for you guys, so let me just. So you guys now should kind of be focusing on the screen now. As I said, for the XM4, I'm just gonna have to delete that for now. Now you should be able to see it. The XM4, I would have to say. So let's start with the couple ranks of the XM4. So you have the SBOA, which is basically super. Well, it's the super best of all. Basically meaning it's like super best of all. That's what that stands for. Godly, OB, the original best, basically. Bet, then we got best right here. Then we got good. Yeah, man. We got good, and then I go sweat mode. Sweat. Give the answers. I'm gonna mess up. Just tell the guys. And then if you wonder why I didn't put worse, because I have no gun that's worse. Maybe zombies. That's why I don't have worse, but so for this, I got hate instead, and then after hate, I would delete best hate or BH. Would I have to say rage or go back a COD. This means I would essentially, if I raged a lot, I would actually leave the Call of Duty game. I think I would definitely be annoyed. For the XM, I would have to say it's a gun I could use, but as I said, it's not a godly weapon. So I would go sweat mode. I'm serious. I would actually go sweat mode on this thing because the gun can laser people. It can crazy laser people, but it could laser people. And with my opinion, man, this doesn't mean it's terrible. It just means basically between good and worst. But let's get right. I'm also gonna be rating this out of its galactic form. So let's do this. I would say we're not gonna show any of the attachments. As I said, for a rifle, I would have to say if that be for tactical rifle, I might rate this as a good gun. But as I said, rifles might not go over the tier list of best, or might go over a OB, because the thing is, it just doesn't have that cool ability a tactical rifle has, which kind of is annoying. So let's basically rate it off there. Yeah, so yeah. If you do wonder, I'm not actually putting because I said I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna be running off its version of this gun, so I'm gonna go look this thing up. And I was actually not really able. This is the version I personally use of the gun, so. We already got the classic mask, and let's put it on. Let's refresh it. I'm gonna have to say it's really hard because you gotta create the image personally. You guys are marking up the thing. If you can't see it right here, I'm gonna have to put it right here. I'm really sorry. You just gotta be such a low. I don't know what I'm doing right here. I gotta make it as big as easy. You're not barely gonna be able to see it for your in your picture depiction. I should. So let's go. I would go sweat mode on mine. So we're gonna do this. As I said, we're not actually fully. It puts you on a 23 angle. Let's put it into this thing. I just press it in my laptop. You just press it in my laptop. I press it in my laptop. So what's happening? Is 100 mode on? You can barely see that thing. Really sorry off the pictures of this thing if you are wondering. Oh my, I don't want to present it. Really sorry. Yeah, it's gonna take. Come on, I don't want to present it. It's super hard. So it's gonna do that. It's gonna do that, guys. What I don't want to present it, mate. This is rage. Okay, I'm gonna restart it. I'm actually kind of bad at this slide right now because it's not doing what I really want to do. Slide, man. Well, sorry about the internet. It's 2G here. No, not 2G, but it's 2G up here. Plus one. You're gonna be able to 200. I'm gonna go meet myself and I'll be back in a little bit. Yeah. So guys, we finally actually managed to do it. So let's do this. Okay, so we did the X4. I said I would sweat more. Next, let's move to the AK-47. The AK-47 is a gun I could personally use based off of it. Out of the gun, I used the standard version. Never used any other variant of this thing. As I said, take in mind, I will not show you the attachments for these guns, or I can show you if I wanted to. But we can do this when we do the FAR 83 because it's the last assault rifle. So, the assault rifle attachments are pretty terrible. They're not terrible, so ones, but they could be kind of terrible. So I'm gonna do this because I got talk in the background. So I'm gonna do this muted. So I'll see you in a little bit, and I'm going to not be talking about this. I'm just going to show you the attachments and stuff, restart this thing, get back to the right form, and then I'll show you guys. I'll see you in a little bit. Hopefully you like this. I'm actually back, and let's look at it. So right now the AK statics, it's 5 out. Its damage is 38, which I gotta say wasn't the greatest. Its effectiveness damage range was 38.1 meter. Its fire rate was 600 RPM. I'm personally not used to the comment something myself because I never really cared. I don't really care about the damage and melee quickness 1000 ms. But the thing is, movement speed was 10.22. I can totally unbelieve this. There's no way you run that fast in Call of Duty. I totally don't believe that at all. I totally don't believe it. It does not look like you run that speed, my guy. I know my facts. That's the accuracy, then this is the ammunition. It doesn't tell you the attachments, but it does. These are all the attachments you get. The Notch No Nava Thermal. Kind of terrible. I'm thinking of that. You also have this. So which one can see the best? I believe this can see the best. It had the best range, and that's all you could get with an assault rifle, which kind of did suck at the same time. Then you have muzzles, which I guess say there's nothing really different. All guns have the same basic. I think it's just like the thing, but we're talking about weapons here, so let's move on to the. I would have to say it has some really cool looking unique stuff of the AK. I use its standard version, so I just use the AK's personal standard version. That's like all I really use, its standard version. So I'm gonna be wearing this and the tier list. I'm gonna show you a bit, so it's really hard doing this because I gotta do this in a weird way. And let's put the screen back up because I am doing this on a PC. We should get the tier list back on. Share audio right there. Actually put it back on. And we're gonna every time we're just gonna delete the gun thing. It should. And I think I was about to scare that. Look how big that is. That's way too big. Look how big that AK is. It might just be me. It's way too big of AK. Okay. I need to find my screen back, And I would have to say, at a rating at a game, I would have to say, I would have to put in a higher rank than you, man. I would have to put it at an OP. If I put it at OP, I would actually put the AK in OP. It was my first ever gun, and it will probably be one of my only guns. It was my first gun to unlock all of its ranks. This was actually without the zombie, so it was my first gun. Technically, I don't count shotguns since technically shotguns really don't really count since you basically grind them basically every time you play zombies, unless you don't use shotguns. But yeah, we did it. with the like. I'm really sorry, man. I think it has to be like right there, I believe. So yeah, I'd have to say OP, no OP, not OP. Okay, sorry about me being funny, but as I said, it's its regular version. It's OP, the original best. I'm not sure why I'd put it on B, because it's a gun I'd never use. I would have to say the PPCH would be another gun that'd be a SBOA, but as I said, it's. I would say it's good of a gun. The only thing that I would have to say that makes it, I would put that is because it's technically the original one I would personally use. It's the original one I would use. Well, let's move on to the next gun on our list. And what is the next gun even like? We still gotta finish rifle stuff. Come on, let's move to the Krieg. I gotta say, the Krieg is really cool looking. And my daddy's lap. Sorry about my rage. And then let's take it off the screen. I'll actually put this back on the screen now. And it's really weird if you're looking at this because I'm not sure how your perspective is gonna be like. I might be myself. But guys, I'm gonna be myself, guys, in this game today. I don't know. This is the weirdest way to rate games, to be fair. The weirdest of them. I think my first ever time not rating game. Okay, we're gonna delete this again. But yeah, I'm gonna be myself and hopefully give you some time to read some stuff. So, we've already been 16 minutes and we haven't got fully in. How was it been 16 minutes? I will stop. I can actually tell you guys that if I can upload one, edit in the video, I can't tell you what to go when we actually started because it's probably because this game is lagging. So really sorry. I've got 2G internet. Sorry, it's 5G downstairs. So yeah, guys, we're moving on to the Krieg, and I put Krieg if you literally saw, but it's putting on the even 70. I never said this gun. Oh, really sorry, guys. I'm just getting angry. Guys, we might have to end this video and actually have to raid based off of me already doing it, the raid deed, because it might be way easier that way. It could be way easier this way. I'm doing crazy difficulties, more difficulties than you can even imagine. Slow internet, the lagness and rageness. For this was, I'm gonna bung the AK-74U. I would actually go sweat mode. No, I'm actually gonna say I would actually straight up rage because I'm already raging on the AK-74U. I don't like it as a gun, but I would sweat mode on that thing. So if that thing's gonna be doing it to me, I'm gonna straight up rage on that thing. If this video doesn't last today, either I'm gonna have to go in sweat mode. I probably would try to go in sweat mode. Just because the gun hits pretty decent. I'm not using it. So this thing has the same attachments, so they're not all the same. They just have basically different names or maybe different looks. So this thing, I believe, also actually 30 max 30 bullets. So as I said, it's for an expanded Charles, a primary game launch. Based off the weapons used, I personally use this one that's right down here. You guys probably see my thing as well. It's the Ultra Reina, whatever it's called again. That's the gun the version of the one I personally use of the Krieg. The Krieg based off rating, if I go back to the tier list, which you guys definitely cannot see, I'm gonna have to rate it as a God. The only reason why I would rate it higher than the AK, I just feel like it's for multiple reasons. Is the actual gun I would use in zombies more often than a black sheriff guy can't use that because it's multiplayer. But yeah, I might need to do it. I think I also have basically not graphic as much. It just feels better with no attachment on this thing. But I just feel like it feels like a gun that feels more better than its relevant time. In hardcore, when comparison, I'm gonna have to give this thing a hands down when compared to its counter comparison. Which, as I said, for a gun itself, I would have to go on godly. So I'm gonna be putting this on godly right here as the first gun that's godly. We haven't even got through. We've only gone through. So I think we have kind of completed fast. So I would have to say godly for this gun. I can show you all of them for the list, but I don't want to do it now because I'm already stagnantly raged. So if you want to see everything, I can allow you to pause the video to see it. So we have the damage 35. It's weaker than the AK. It has, I believe, I don't know if I remember, but just look at everything else and just down. You get the same optics with this thing, so let's just not go with optics anymore. And let's get with the next gun. Actually, I should go down to see it. Same exactly we're gonna go down to see this gun. I'm not being mean, I just gotta say. If this crate makes me mad, I might rage. So apparently now we're going with an MP5, which I don't get because are we done with it? I don't know. I'm not 1,000% sure. Are we done with the rifles? Yeah, we still have the FFR. So we're just going for guns. We're starting with the assault rifles, just to tell you. So now we're going to Quetz B83. It's a gun I personally used in life, but it's a gun I just haven't got really good with it. It's a assault rifle I could use, but I never would basically use it. Just something like a Quetzal. I'm sorry, Quetzal. It just sounds like a Quetzal's gun. You know what I mean? You guys should be able to hear me. Really sorry about the gameplay. If you guys hear some stuff. As I say, we will be doing a short video based off of it, so I'm not doing 2 videos at least about doing the quick review of it and why I would pick the gun for the rarity, and let's do this. I'm still trying to do this a lot, so let's get into it. Let's actually try to speed this. The Quetz B7 has 83 of my personal tier. Let's get this gun. I'm gonna tell you what variant I use of this gun because I don't know what variant I use of the gun because I'm enraged by this. I would have to say go sweat mode. I would never go sweat on this thing. It's a gun I would never go sweat on. Yeah, I would go sweat on this thing. But it's a gun I would have to say I hate of multiple reasons. The reason why I hate this thing, even if I go sweat mode on. As I said, if you don't know what my sweat guns are, I have 2 different sweat guns. You actually either have my spam, which is more on hardcore, and then you have my LMGs, the wet mode, which is well, I don't even have it. I don't even think my things are. But still, as my first hated one in the list, let's put you on hate. Go there, I'll fix them in a little bit, and let's go into the next one. Next, we're gonna be going with the FR. Let's do this one. I know this is a gun that I would say it doesn't follow the laws of an assault rifle. We have our second one. No, I'm actually gonna be slightly more nicer with this one, and actually put it on something. It's I would delete. No, actually, but I would delete. I'd actually delete this BH. I mean, this thing isn't as worse as that thing, but as I say, I put on. I would delete. I would never delete. I hate the gun. So yeah, let's try. I haven't showed you the guns yet, so I'm gonna show you guys later at the end of the video. Yeah, next is the Groza. It's a gun that I would disrespect. So as I said, similar as I would say the FR I had. Hey, the QBZ83. I would also say I would say best date. So I was to say I'd be really lucky to the FFR for this. But as I said, I have another gun that is similar on 2 times in a row. It would have to slightly be the Groza going with I go sweat milk. The Groza is a gun I would personally not use commonly because of the look of the gun. But as I said, still and cool looking stuff, it will. Let's go for the Favar 83. They're both the Favar. Hey, because I just saw something. They're both the same name. No, they're not the same name, Dumbo. Okay, I'm really sorry. If they're the same guns, I'm really sorry for you guys out there. Why would I actually do this? Oh my god. Okay, yes. Sorry for the incredible lag. And you suck, you know that gun. Okay, so now it's the. No, it's totally different. Okay, that reminds me. I'm gonna blue left. I would also put it right there, and as I said, I would go sweat mode on for a color. I would personally go sweat mode. I would go sweat on this gun because I wouldn't use it as I said as a gun, but I would still go sweat mode if someone was using this gun on me. No, why it's just sweat mode. But yeah. Now we're actually on SMGs now, Cold War SMGs. SMGs, which stands for apparently submachine guns. Okay. Well, the first one is the MP5. The MP5 is the gun I could personally use. It's a gun I could use. I just don't commonly use it. This thing, if I was to rate this thing in zombies, I think I would actually delete it. I don't know why. It is a gun I personally never use in my zombie history. So let's actually put this thing with Godly. We will fix this later, so just you guys obviously can't see it, but yeah. I would have to give this a Godly tier because it's just good. Would I give it a Godly tier? I think I might lower this thing down to B because it's not the It's the original one. Sad. We're be skippy guys, so let's go with the Mac 10 now. We're not doing this thing in order, just tell you. I'm just gonna tell you. We did 2 SMGs right, so I might do it on order one bit. I guess I'm not gonna name it. Okay. This is either the thing or I can't do it. Okay, it's not coming out, but it's like, oh my god, we had our first gun. On multiplayer, I would still on regular mode. It's still great. This is what I would have to say. It's SBOA because the thing is a god in the game. This thing is more better than a godly weapon. It is the best I've ever used in hardcore, especially. If you are, people say you just camp, but let's be fair. We all technically camp because we camp. Fair. Technically, we all camp. As I said, it's not really simple running around. As I said, like me personally, for me, it's annoying having to run around, shoot people. I can shoot anyway, I shoot people. Lose what I just said. Anyway, I shoot people. For the AK-74U, it's a gun I could personally use in my life. But the reason why it's made me super angry, I'm going to put you on best. I would actually put you on OB, but you just lack in my needs. Like, you lack in everything. You lack in everything. You just suck, you dumb gun. I'm not sure why I'm just respecting again. I would say it's good. No, best. Not good. It's really hard to say. As I said, there's tons of guns in the game. I'm not really caring if they're in order, but as I said, it's not the point. KPS 45. Let's do this gun. It would be good. I'm gonna say it's gonna also be the first gun I would have to say it's good. It's the strongest SMG, so I would have to put it on good mode. I would never stand for this, but I don't like tactical. This is where we have to shoot enemy. So that's why it feels like second. But let's go with the next gun on our list is the Bulldog. I'm kind of sorry. I'm gonna be running this also off Warzone. Wasn't the best in Warzone, but it's another gun I could say that wouldn't follow the crazy same ability, but it's a gun that I've seen people wreck me with. Like, they've wrecked me with this gun a lot. So I would be putting on SOBA. Also, before you guys hear this, I want to put all the Milano is SOBA for, and then the frog for godly is the Krieg. Yes, the Krieg. Wherever it's called again. Krieg 47. Wherever it's called. Next for OB, we have the AK-47 and the MP5. For best, we have the AK-47. No, AK-74. You dumbo. For good, we have the KP. The KP-45, I believe. But then I go SWAT mode is the XM4, the Graza, and the Fafar 84, and hate is the Fafar 1. Hate that thing. I would really not think best hate. It's the QBZ83. I don't know why. What does best hate stand for? I'm not sure what it stands for. So, bad. Next is the Mac. See, that's for the Mac. The reason why I would never say in the beginning of COD, I never liked it because it's recoil, so it's gonna have to go in godly. It's not a gun that you could just spam because it's recoil. Sucked a lot, man. We've already finished them like that fast. So next is the LC10. For the LC10, as I said, I probably should tell it you guys in the game. As I said, The LC10, I would have to say, is good. I'm really sorry, LC10, but I spend my money for no reason on an LC10. You're ruthless. Like I said, you're ruthless. Next is the Paper SH41 mic. For this one, I actually might straight go into its cool lookingness. I'm not sure I go into blueprints. I will go into its attachments and stuff. So, this is a gun I would have to say based off of it. I personally not use it a lot, but it's a great gun. It doesn't really look as cool as in World War II as a gun. And I'm gonna have to be mean and I'm gonna be super unfair about this gun. That based off World War II, I would have to say it would go in SBOA. I'm really sorry. It would be going godly if it was Cold War itself. If I didn't like the gun, so I'd probably have to put it in best. No, guy. But it looks really cool if a gun to use, so it's a gun I'm using. It only has one variant of this thing, so it did 28 damage, so it's not the best stats ever of a gun, but it does its job. Probably more than you do. I'm sorry. You gotta get that on my mind. So, as I said, we're gonna put this on the tier list, and let's say this thing is going to bite, SBOA. I'm trying to get as far away from as it can hear me, so I can hear it less. But if I hear someone outside, it's overpowered. We sorry about the eating, guys, but yep. Yeah, you probably. PPS might. TBH might. It's a gun I could use, but it's a gun I can also say. So let's put it right there. As I said, it's gonna be the third SBOA. So let's do this. I'm gonna eat some more, but this time I'm actually gonna make myself mites. I don't like mite. And now we're on tactical right. Let's do this super duper fast. Let's do this, and I will be doing a short video of this thing. So hopefully I did say everything about the ending of it, and then if you do want to go watch the shorter video, well, you guys can. So if you want to say, I don't totally make it's just my whole entire team doing it because I don't do most of my videos based off clips. So let's do this. You're actually watching right here. We're starting with the Type 63. This is a gun I personally use, and then we can go over the tactical rifle. As I said, we can go down this. I would only say we have a 50-minute mark to do this, so I would personally have to say. I'll tell you all the attachments they have extra compared. You have, they believe, 3 extra attachments or a couple other attachments, I believe. Yeah, it's 3. No, it's 2 for them. Yeah, it's two for the tactical rifles, but it's actually three for the snipers. So, or not the snipers. If you do want to say, I can't show you everything, and if you do, this is the full movie. So I guess we could show you them, kinda. Let's start with the Type 63. It's a gun I would use, and it's my hardcore gun for basically the well, so, since we already talked about the guns, they all have similar attachments. I believe you have the Hangman and the Vulture. Those are the two extra attachments you get, and then you have the Ultra thing, which you get for snipers. So, the Type 63 is a hardcore weapon I would have to use, and I wouldn't say it's better than the drum. I would have to say, and again, it would have to be a best gun. No, it'd probably be old B. Let's be fair. I personally say it's old B gun. So on my tier list, I'm gonna have to say the type would be more of a godly weapon since it's a great gun to use. It just kind of lacks in a couple other stuff that you would expect. I'm also gonna have to go big into these things. So as I said, we already got the most we got is between three with the godly and SBO. Hey guys, so next is the M16. As a gun, it's also another godly weapon, I would have to say. It's, I gotta say, it's still a godly weapon. I would never say it was a SOB weapon. Because as I said, tactical rifles are kind of not, you don't really need to use a tactical rifle. Like, when you guys personally say, you don't really need to use a tactical rifle. If you do say you would never use, I would actually kind of agree with you guys because you kind of don't need to use tactical rifles anyway. Just said, I am covered. We can actually try something out more. So, as I said, the next thing would be a gun. As I said, I wouldn't really see a tactical rifle really being there as a gun. But I'm not really saying I kind of would never put my article weapon be using that. Next is the AUG. The AUG would have to be the best weapon. I would never ever say this thing could be a godly or OB because it was never my original weapon I would use. I would always use the M16 originally, probably because I got scammed. Oh no, there's totally difference between it. It's an M16 and an AK. I'm not an AK, dumb, but it's an AR. Listen, I just got confused. Basically, I think I got scammed off Google. I got scammed. So evil. Because that would be really cool for God. Now, as I said, if you see, you probably do see, I just bought out the red man. So yeah, I'm really sorry for the AUG. I'm just gonna have to say it would just never get the love as it would get a love of no not a B I said I would say it but best. It would never get a love as the AK-47 because it was never gonna I could personally use. You know, the drum would 14 would have to be. I never used this thing before, so I have used it. Just don't tell anybody I hate it. I would have to say I would go sweat mode on this thing. You could kill someone pretty simple with this thing. So no, just no more experts. No, because I was I've been killed by this thing a lot, and this thing has overpowered me for an incredibly long time. This is my move. So I'd have to say it goes right here in the list. I would delete because it's the powerfulness of the gun. Let's move on, and we're already done with tactical rifles. Just kidding or not, we gotta do the cars too. Based off the gameplay of Ali A, I would also have to say it would change a little bit. I will do have playing the games more a little bit more often because I said I'm not gonna be playing for a couple hours. So I'm gonna have to say it'd be OP. I don't know what I'm saying. It's OP. It just has to be OP. That's the sense of it. Let's not go ahead and now we're on to LMGs. I just don't like how. Let's go Cold War light machine guns. Let's start with the Stoner. The Stoner is a gun I could personally use commonly. It's a gun that I would have to say is good, not best because it just lacks in stuff I would lack in the gun. Guys, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna have to edit these a lot. So, the RPD is a gun. I use a certain version of the RPD. We can talk about them more often in the video. So, I will do a part 2 of this thing, of the full video of me talking about all the attachments you can get with them. So, with the RPD, it's a. Basically, it should be at the top, I would have to say. I'm sorry, I just have to say it's at the top of a gun rarity. And my thing is lagging a lot. Yeah, okay. And my thing keeps on spawning right here, and I'm not sure I'm not doing anything improperly. I probably should have did this, but because you'd never have as much chance to be attached. Do I suggest doing this? Nope, I really do not suggest doing this because it's actually a board with the map, so it's really hard plus to send, as I said. It's really annoying because I'm trying to press them up here. What, guys? If you guys are saying this, mate. Yeah, I'm actually about to rage right here. Not rage, but get mad at least. So what the heck is this thing spawn at? Oh, guys, so we're not done with right here. It was supposed to be like here. No, I don't want it right here. Oh my gosh. It's already being hit. It's not supposed to be good right here. Okay, we're gonna have to edit these things out a little bit more often. As I said, I put this thing in its attachment. Clear. Here. Way down here. So let's put it out. Wrote it a little bit, so we got the RPD and SBOA. So thank you for watching that, mate. So we're gonna be moving on to the M60. They're basically almost done because then we like what we have to do that. The as a gun itself, it's a gun I could never use, mate. Oh, it's a gun I hate. It's a gun I hate. I'm straight rate this in a gun I hate. It's even making me more mad. I would actually straight delete this thing now. That's how pissed off I'm actually getting, me. Yeah, I'm actually going to delete. I would actually say I would delete it. If you do want me to see based off and it might change my mind part 2, I can't do that. Because, yeah, it would be totally easy. I need more garbage. Next is the Pelican, 703. The Pelican, I'm really sorry, Pelican. But you're gonna be thrown overboard. It's a gun I've been sniped by a lot, and this is a gun I would truly sweat on this thing. I would truly sweat on this gun because that's how annoying it would be to me. Next is the Louis. This is a gun you commonly wouldn't snipe someone if you actually have great aim with this thing. So it's a gun I could use. You sorry about lag? Man, the lag is terrible. Guys, I might not actually be as angry when I do some of these other, as I said, I'm trying to make them a Pinamit Miria. It's been 49 minutes right here, and I think it might be because of the lag. I am dealing with slower lag, so I would have to put this thing in OB. OB would be the Pelican. I mean, not the Pelican, the Louis something, the sniper I'm on, which is the LW2 Tundra. I use the personal really, so I think it is. The M82 is the only semi-auto sniper, so basically you would basically like this gun. As a guy, I would have to say it hits kind of thing on the scam does say. As I said, I'm gonna have to do this thing, and I'm gonna have to put a gun on this thing. So let's put a gun on this thing, and let's do the next sniper rifle, which is the 6. I've never used this thing before. I can't believe I've ever unlocked the newest snipers, but I'll unlock this together. How much shit was it? I haven't used it, so we're gonna be rating it as I rated the Tundra. And you need to listen your butt off, you dumb. Yeah, man. Here's what I thought. This is gonna be doing. We're gonna do the same thing as the Tundra, and then let's go down to the Swiss. I've seen a game about this is the bolt action. It's a bolt action, but it's more for cool looking World War II-ish bolt action to me. So heck nah, if it's a World War II looking gun, heck nah, boys, I'm gonna straight up use this gun. Yeah. I don't know what I just did, but yeah. We've did all the guns. We did all of it, though. So I'm trying to speed across this thing, and it's not fun. So let's do the Honda 77. As I said, the Switcher Sniper, as I said, put it on SOPA. So we got the Honda shotgun, which I'm gonna have to be putting on it. It's a gun that is terrible nowadays. So for its messed up obedience and its gross things compliments, we're gonna have to put it on Godly now. It never was a SBOA because it was, but it was lacked into that ability where it just kind of sucked at the time. I don't think I'm getting into my feelings with zombies, but I feel like it's trash in multiplayer now. I believe. Next, we got the Gallo, which the Gallo was like, what? Who would use this damn shotgun? When you think about it, it was me. I would use the shotgun. You don't really overpower. You would have to get a double so you could use this against right people. I would actually switch on this gun because if you had a rifle and if you couldn't shoot them fast enough, they could basically overpower you, and you would be basically a gunner. We're gonna have to put this thing on a gun I actually hate. We're gonna fix it. I'm gonna try to do as fast as possible. Now we're basically on to horrible pistols based off of this. We have a new ammo. God, we have a new pistol. 1911 as a gun. Let's just add this. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible, guys. Fast as possible, guys. Like, what am I thinking about? Oh, Logan 1915. Log my tier list in. I deleted it. What? This just happened to me. Okay, bro. Don't like me, mate. Why, man? You spawned my pistol, mate. Really sorry about that lag right there. It wasn't able to spawn, but. So as I said, we're actually just straight up putting pistols in the game. We're trying to do it as fast as possible, so let's just try to do this as fast, and then we can finish these things at crazy speeds. Because we only got 60 minutes to do this. Let's start off with the 1911. It's a pistol and rating that it's nowadays. It's a gun I would rate. Like I said, like, what's the point of it comparing it? And if you see me basically rage, just blame it on. Just blame. So yeah, that's where it's gonna be. The new pistol, I'm just gonna have to say, a pistol in my opinion, it will not be good. No, okay. I'm throwing some there. As a guy, I'm gonna have to put these things in a rating of a good, not to be mean. Not to be mean. Then we have to use these things. These things on hardcore are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Not sure why they're stacking up by each other. I probably have to fix that problem. There's probably just another one over there. This borderline is apparently not spawning in for some reason, and I'm guessing it's supposed to be black, so it's not spawning it in. So yeah, I'm actually just realizing this, and yeah, I think it's like on 2, I believe, because I said those aren't supposed to be that small. We should have probably not have this much guns in the game. But we have a lot of them. Come on, gun. So yeah, there we go. So we put all the pistols down here. As I said, I'm gonna get back here. This video is not gonna be 58 minutes long. Really sorry out here. The video is gonna be this long. But as I said, it's gonna suck. So we only got 2 minutes left. So as I said, we're gonna be doing the rating, and let's do the rating. And like I said, hopefully you do like this, guys. And basically, I can show you now. I believe I can show you. It's not something to make. As I said, I'm just gonna tell you this out here. And so I'll be doing these by clips too. So let's share some audio and let's see it. If you are looking at this, this is actually everything I actually got right now. We are still gonna have to do the rest of the melees, I believe. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. The RPG is great. Like, it's a great weapon I've used out of any good one. There's kind of a lot of good around, but fixing it sometimes. That's what it has to be. So let's go put these guns at the ratings that I would personally put the ratings at. For this, I would say it's OB. This would have to go ahead and good of a level because it's a gun I could use. So, if you are looking at this, thank you for watching this video. I will do the full thing, and as I said, it's only supposed to be 60 minutes long, so incredibly crazy. And as I said, I'm not doing this based off clips, so the video was never stuck basically. If you do want to do me, if you do want to see me do clips, I will be doing clips and getting all the weaponry colors. So I will be doing short videos. So you guys want to see it? So you can not really see all the guns over here. You guys can probably try to tell, but as I said, you guys can try to find. I can look at some of the guns and tell which gun is which gun. But yeah, I'll see you later, and basically I'll be doing another one based off clips. So I don't really do clips that much on my videos, but if you do need me to see do some clips, I can do that for you guys. Bye guys, and I'll see you guys later in this video, and yeah, make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and bye.